That was Kuchipudi, an Indian classical dance from state of Andhra Pradesh in East India. Welcome to a new episode of Mood India. Today we begin the series on Indian classical dance. Indian classical dance has a very ancient tradition. Since the 2nd century BC, there have been works mentioning dance as a part of theory or part of drama. Later on in this 3rd century AD, there was a treatise devoted only to dance. That was Abhinay Darpan. Abhinay Darpan talked about an elaborate vocabulary for a gesture dance that could be used to narrate all kinds of stories from Indian mythology, from the epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata. And these texts were used as a foundation for developing different Indian classical dance styles. Each region took a different aspect of these theories and developed its own separate style. Today, we talk about Kuchipudi. And for that, we have in our studio Jyothi Lakkaraju, a Bay Area resident for 15 years, a performing artist, a teacher, founder and artistic director of Natyalaya, Kuchipudi School of Dance. Hello, Jyothi.
Hello, Vrunda.
Welcome to Mood India.
Thank you.
Want to know, how did you start dancing?
Well, Vrunda, contrary to the normal thinking that you have to start dancing at a very tender age, I started when I was 9 years old. I used to live in Guntur with my father and mother, and I started learning dance under Sri Chinta Radha Krishnamurthy. For about 5 years I've learned from him, and then later on continued with his son, Sri Chinta Adinarayana Sarma.
Was that Kuchipudi?
It was the Kuchipudi style. But during this period I also used to attend the music college, which was a resident music school there, which used to teach all types of fine arts like vocal, string instruments, dance, different styles of dance. In fact, they used to teach both Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, as well as Kathak, and some other, Sanskrit also at the same time. So I used to go to that school.
So that was the ancient language, the language of the arts, I guess.
That's right. So I used to go to the school every day. Actually, it was a part of our education. It's a day-to-day part of our lives, going to regular school in the morning, coming back home around 4 o'clock, and then by 5 go to the music school and then learn vocal. I used to learn vocal, also an ancient string instrument called veena, and Bharatanatyam, and then come home and then go back to our regular studies.
So when did Kuchipudi get its distinctive character as Kuchipudi?
According to the scholars, it's around the 13th century. Kuchipudi has been established as a dance school by Siddhendra Yogi. Still, there are some difference of opinions among the scholars. They're not able to pinpoint about whether Siddhendra Yogi belonged to 13th century or between the 13th century or the 18th century. But more, I would like to concentrate more on how he has dedicated his life to evolve Kuchipudi as more as a dance form. Just like any other classical dance, it's based on Indian mythology. It depicts stories from great epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. It uses Sanskrit and Telugu as a mode of communication, the language which is used. Though now in the recent times we have been using other languages also. But since Kuchipudi, mainly when it was still evolving into a dance, school of dance, it was mainly taught among the Brahmin boys, and they just moved from or propagated it just around the villages which were close to where they used to live, and not move far away. And then
so was it done in temples? Was this dance done in temples, or was it done for general village audiences?
It was mainly done in the temples by Devadasis, or the women.
Who are Devadasis?
Devadasis are the women who were who dedicated their lives to the temple deities. They were not like the regular girls or the women in a regular social life. And these were the only women who were allowed to dance, in fact. Dance was only taught amongst the men. And of course, they used to dance. There was never a regulation that it has to be done on a proper stage. Wherever there was little elevation, for example, a temple or underneath a tree, if there was a little elevation of the ground, they used to go there and perform this wonderful dance drama. And the males used to portray both the characters of the female and the male.
So what kind of music did they use?
They used Carnatic music, which is classical Indian music. And again, they used to use Telugu language as well as Sanskrit. And they were very well versed in both these languages. And since this was interior part of Andhra Pradesh and most towards the southern part, they wanted the laymen also to understand. So they did not go beyond Telugu and Sanskrit.
So they still told stories.
They told stories in a wonderful narrative style. In fact, Kuchipudi dance style mainly focused, before it evolved into a solo form, it was mainly done as a dance drama. And not much of focus was given to the technique or the style of the dance, but more importance was given for the abhinaya or the expressions which conveyed all the emotions through the face and the language.
Did you use the gesture language while you did the dialogues?
Gesture language was widely used, but most of it was done through the eyes and the narrative speech.
Can you demonstrate a little dialogue?
I can take a piece from Bhama Kalapam written by Siddhendra Yogi. This is a piece where it is a dialogue, in fact, between Satyabhama and her friend Madhavi.
Who is Satyabhama?
Satyabhama is the wife of Lord Krishna. They have a fight, and so Krishna walks away from Satyabhama. So Satyabhama goes and looks for him, and she can't find him. So she implores her friend Madhavi to go and seek her husband. Then Madhavi says, actually with the humorously she asks, "O Satyabhama, మీ స్వామివారు ఏ రూపువారో ఏ రేఖవారో నకసిక పర్యంతరము శిఖనక పర్యంతరము వర్ణించుకురావే సత్యభామా."
What does that mean?
It means, "Oh Satyabhama, I will for sure look for your Lord, but you need to describe him for me, and that too from head to toe and toe to head, leaving no details."
Then what does Satyabhama say?
Satyabhama says, "Oh Sakhi, నా స్వామివారు మకర కుండలములు ధరించినటువంటి వారే ఓయమ్మ." Meaning, "Oh friend, my Lord is the one who wears the distinguished earrings." నా స్వామివారు శంఖము ధరించినటువంటి వారే, meaning he is the one who holds the conch. చక్రము ధరించినటువంటి వారే సఖి. Oh friend, he is the one who holds the desk. Then Madhavi responds, చక్రము ధరించినటువంటి వారు ఆ కుమ్మరి వాళ్ళంటి చిన్నవాడు కాదటే. Again, she includes a little humor saying, "Oh Satyabhama, I hope he doesn't belong to the Potter family there."
So I hear that your student Soniya is here to do the Bhama Kalapam for us.
Soniya, who is one of my senior students, is here for her summer break. She will be demonstrating Bhama Kalapam. The entrance piece are called the Pravesh Darvo, where Satyabhama enters the stage introducing herself as the wife of Lord Krishna and the daughter of King Satrajitu, telling describing herself as the most beautiful amongst his 16,000 wives, Krishna's 16,000 wives.
Okay.
Satyabhama is said to be very self-confident as well as sort of arrogant. She was
definitely not modest.
Definitely not modest. She was very, very proud of her beauty, and also her 7 weeks of jewelry. She had jewelry for each day in a week and given for 7 weeks. So she describes that also in her dance and says, I'm like a budding flower. She compares herself with different types of flowers. And she says, I, the daughter of King Satyajit, am suffering the pangs of love or pangs of separation from Lord Krishna. So why isn't he here? Where has he gone?
Okay.
So Bhama Kalapam by Soniya, Pravita Praveshadaru.
Vidhi
So now what happens to the technique part of the dance? How has that changed? Is there a way we can show that?
Yes, certainly we can show that, but before that I would like to say a couple of things. It has a very distinctive style where the body movements are very, very sensuous. It moves like, it has an up and down wave-like format, and our feet will be vigorously doing the third speed, or I mean it's a rhythm which is set. We do the first speed and the second speed and the third speed. When the feet are moving in a vigorous intricate format, the upper body will be doing the movements very gracefully.
Lilting.
With the lilting movements, exactly.
Okay. I also seen the plate and the pot over the head.
That's right.
That's also the distinctive aspect of Kuchipudi, I guess.
Exactly. It is the plate and the pot dance is done only in Kuchipudi style. This is typically put to Saint Narayana Tirtha. He is one of the composers in Telugu language. He has written many tarangams. All his compositions are called tarangams, and we intersperse that with the tarangam. In midst of the tarangam, we go ahead and dance where the dancer is actually dancing on the edges of the brass plate, on the rim of the brass plate, while balancing a pot full of water on her head. I have Soniya here demonstrating one of the excerpts from Tarangam, typically the dance where she's dancing on the brass plate with a pot full of water on her head.
That's all for today's episode of Mood India. Hope you'll join us for the next episode. For all of us here, I'm Vrunda Bhandarkar. Thank you.
Vasava